Hello! I know I haven't gone live in a while. Obviously, those who know me personally, you know there's some stuff going on, and so I thought that I had two conversations today, and I thought this is the best topic for me to go live on. I haven't gone live in a while, but you know what? Life is enough. Like, things in life are enough, but comparing yourself with others is just not good. It's not good, right? It's just so not good. So after having two conversations this morning, I was like, you know what? Hey, Irene, I need to go live about this. I've been on phone calls this morning and checking on updates for my mother-in-law and that sort of thing. But I won't get into that on the live. I want to talk to you about not comparing yourself to others. So we're going to get into that here in just a second. As you're hopping in, let me know where you're watching from. Drop me your location below and tell me hello. Throw me up some hearts. This is a great topic to discuss. And I really thought, you know, right now is a really good time for me to discuss it because I've lived through it multiple times. And right now, you know, life is pretty rough. And whenever you're looking at life in general, it is enough. It's enough to wear you down. It's enough to tear you down. So why compare yourself to others in their journey? It's just not good. So I'm going to give you some tips to actually help you stop comparing. That's what I'm going to do for you, is I'm going to help you stop comparing and how you can pull yourself out of that comparison trap. Okay, so if you don't know who I am, I'm Jennifer Stroman, and I love all things magical, unicorns, rainbows, and of course glitter. You name it, I love it. I love helping others unleash their inner sparkle, and that's what I'm going to do today, is talk to you about not comparing yourself. Hey Rebecca, hey Christy, and talk about, thank you Mallory, how to stop comparing yourself. Because we all know comparing yourself is bad, right? Like, you need to enjoy your life, right? The comparison, the trap is the thief of joy, right? Comparing yourself with someone else is the thief of joy. Do you agree with me? Yes. Give me a yes below. When you, oh, look at that. Like, my hair's like coming all, like, I don't want it all crazy. Y'all, when I look at myself, like, I'll start picking and like fixing hair and everything. Like, you can't look at yourself when you're going live. Like, #1 rule, don't look at yourself. So anyways, totally squirreled that moment and was chasing a rabbit there. Let's see. Somebody said something else. I can't see all of those comments. So if you agree with me, comment yes below that comparison is the thief of joy. When you start comparing yourself, that's when you start really, it really affects your life. And your life is not as enjoyable as it should be. Anybody else agree? Like, give me a hand that yes, you totally get it. Yes, you get it. Hello, everyone. So the first way that you can stop comparing yourself is to be aware of it. Okay, be absolutely aware of it. It's absolutely 100% natural. Hi, Margie. Hey, Lily. To Lily. So it's absolutely natural to compare yourself. That's a human nature to compare what others have. Like, even little kids, look at it that way. Look at little kids and they're sitting down and they're playing with one toy and they look over and compare the other toy. They want that other toy, or, you know, they want what that person's eating rather than what they're eating. I mean, it's always, it's natural. It's absolutely natural to compare. But we do this without consciousness. We do this without being aware. So the first step to stopping it is to be aware. Make yourself conscious of it. Make yourself aware that this is happening. If you start practicing it, it starts to come to the forefront. Because for me, I compared for the longest time and I could not like bring it to the forefront so I would catch it and notice it. So you've got to be aware of it because we do it without realizing it. Anybody agree with me? Drop me a #1 below. We need to be more aware, and we need to stop with doing things without the awareness, without the consciousness of knowing we're doing it. So if you're looking for it, it happens. So I'll give you a great example. If I tell you to look for red, and I show you a video and I tell you to tell me every person who has a red shirt on, and then I turn that video off and I say, who had a blue shirt on? Will you be able to tell me who had a blue shirt on? Most people could probably say maybe one, but what were you looking for? Comment red below. What were you looking for? You were looking for red. So if you're looking for red, you weren't aware of the blue shirts. Am I right? You following me? So if you are aware that this is something you need to be focused on, something that you need to be conscious about, that's something that you need to catch, then you're going to start seeing the red. And then you're going to start seeing the blue also if you know that that's what you're supposed to look for. If you're told look for red, that's what you're looking for. So look for those moments when you start to compare. Look for those moments when it comes into your mind. Look for those moments when you know you shouldn't be doing this, but you're doing it, because you usually get that ugly feeling like you just don't like it. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I start to compare myself, I suddenly don't feel so good about myself. So if anybody else feels that way, give me a sad face below, because it is so true. Like, you start feeling down on yourself the moment that you start comparing. So you should be aware of that. So be looking for the red when you're told to look for red, and I'm telling you to look for that comparison. So be looking for it. So number 2, you've got to stop yourself. So now you're aware of it. Now you're conscious of it. Now what do? You got to stop yourself. You got to realize that you're doing it, and you've got to stop. Just stop, pause, walk away, do something, because you cannot make yourself feel bad. You cannot berate yourself. I just mentioned that, whenever you start to compare yourself, you do feel bad, right? I mean, everyone I know that feels bad about it. And that's why I told you to drop me a sad face, because we tend to berate ourselves and start putting ourselves down. So stop yourself in your track. Now you're aware of it, you stop yourself. Even if it means walking away and having positive affirmations, that's been a huge success for me, is to walk away and just clear my mind, or refocus and tell myself some affirmations and just refuel my soul. I mean, you really have to refuel that. So give me a number 2 if you're going to start to catch yourself and stop. So stop. You're going to stop. So stopping yourself, you're going to realize it and knock that off, because no more sad faces. You've got to go get your positive affirmations. You got to focus. Mallory, you girl, hey, Lindsay, how are you, beautiful? So you've got to shift that focus. Shift. You can acknowledge it. You can acknowledge that you're comparing. You can acknowledge what's happening. You can acknowledge that they have that, but you've got to shift the focus, and you've got to start changing it to positivity. Number 3, count your blessings. Count your blessings. Now I'm like, count your blessings, name them one by one. Okay, so count your blessings. You've got to focus on your blessings. Do you love your family? Do you love the people in your inner circle? Do you love that you have this positivity around you, or do you have some negative stuff in there? Because that's important. Thank you, Lindsay. So you've got to count those blessings. Comment below blessings if you have something to be blessed about. Do you have blessings in your life? If you do, comment blessings below. But you've got to focus on the blessings. Now, here's a great tip. If you are not sure about how to be grateful and how to have this heart of gratitude and be happy about what's around you and your blessings, do a blessing book. Have any of y'all done a blessing book? Drop me number 3 if you've ever done a blessing book or know what I'm talking about. Blessing journal. There's all kinds of verbiages about the way they do this, but writing down your blessings. Have you ever done that? If so, give me a number 3 below. But if you have not, this is a great tool for you. You can even do it in your planner. You can even do it, just jotting it down wherever, put it in your phone. But I like doing it in my planner just because it's my life. I have a schedule. I have everything down. And so I'll just make notes, and I just make, some comments. And so if I feel like something was even the slightest bit of a blessing, or slightest bit of something that was great for the day, I write it down. And that is a great way for you to keep up with blessings. A blessing journal is basically you're putting everything you're thankful for. It's gratitude. Everything you're thankful for. And the times that you don't feel thankful, the times that you feel down, you go back and you write this. And you read this, and it's great. So count your blessings. Go back and pull that. Look at what you are grateful for. Look at what fuels you and really ignites your fire inside. Because I think it's so important to constantly be looking. Again, you're looking for the red. Constantly be looking for the good. The things to be thankful for, the things that are blessing you in your life. There could be horrible things going on. Lord knows there's things going on in my life right now that are not so great, but we focus on the blessings. We focus on the good, because that's all you can do, or you're going to drive yourself crazy. Moving on. Number 4, it's okay to be imperfect. I love this one. I love this one because I preach this all the time, but no one's perfect. Can I get a no one is perfect? Give me some hands up, holla, amen. No one is freaking perfect. And I know there's people walking around thinking that they, their poo-poo don't stink and that they are just God's gift, but they're not perfect. No one's perfect. No one will ever be perfect. So why are you trying to be? Why are we striving for perfection? It's okay if you want to improve. It's okay if you're wanting to be better. It's okay if you are wanting to do something bigger and better than the time before. It's okay if you're striving to improve your life. It's not okay if you're striving to be perfect. It's not okay. The mailman's here. It's not okay if you are trying to achieve perfection, because it's not there. It is not there. Totally my downfall of trying so hard. Yes, you know what, Anne? Are you a red personality? Those who are red personalities, this is like so hard for us, because we want the best and we don't stop till we get the best. And it rolls into number 6, which we'll get to in a few minutes, but you have got to stop trying to be perfect. How about you be perfectly imperfect? Embrace your flaws. Embrace them, ladies, because it's what makes us who we are. It's authentically who we are. We don't have to be perfect. So if you agree with me, give me a number 4. Let's be perfectly imperfect. Number 4 below. For those who want to be perfectly imperfect, who are going to try to not strive for perfection anymore. What kind of package am I getting? I'm all excited. I want to see what they're delivering. Number 5, don't tear others down. This one's very hard too, because let's face it, we start to compare and then we're like, well, I don't like her. And it happens all the time. Sometimes you don't realize you're doing it. There was a little video, I sent it to a couple of my friends yesterday, that talked about like when someone's talking about someone that you don't like, and the guy's like pulling out a chair and he sits it down and he's like sitting down, you want the popcorn? Don't partake in that, okay? That's not good. It's not good to compare, but it's even worse when you start to tear that person down. What good is that? What does that do for you? How does that elevate you? Seriously, how does that elevate you? I mean, do you get this? Throw me up some hearts if you're hearing what I'm saying. Don't be critical of someone else. Don't criticize someone else, and don't be destructive. You don't know the path that they are walking. You don't know their journey. You don't know what they're struggling with and what they're putting out on social media. You don't know what's behind the scenes. You are not aware of what it took for them. Stop comparing their chapter 50 to your chapter 5. Like, you've got to stop that and stop tearing them down just because they elevated themselves to chapter 50 and you aren't there yet. You'll get there. So stop criticizing. Support their success. Support their success. Throw me a number 5 down if you would love to see other women be supportive of other women. If you would love to see more people be supportive of your success. And if you would love to see yourself be more supportive of other women. Because I think in this industry, what the worst part of this is this right here. We tear others down and we don't like to clap when others win. And you've got to be clapping when others win. There's got to be a shift. There's got to be a change. And we've got to be so thrilled for our lady friends, our women friends, our BFFs, the women need to be empowering each other. Can I get an amen? Like, we need to throw me up some hearts if you would love like women to empower other women. I think some of us do and some just don't. And so when you're criticizing, when you're tearing someone down, when you're cutting them down, when you're talking bad about them, when you're gossiping behind their back, that is not empowering women. That is not lifting others up. That is not being happy for their success. We need to rejoice when someone has succeeded, because reality is you want them to rejoice when you succeed. And the more positivity you breathe in and the more positivity you push out, the more you will receive. So if I'm going to be positive, and then you're putting it out into the world and into the universe, like, congratulations, and you're seriously excited for them, it's going to come to you. It will come. I mean, what goes around comes around, right? So we've got two more. Stay with me. This one is, and these two go pretty fast. You need to focus on your journey. I think this rolls into the whole not criticizing and stuff, don't be looking at them. You need to be looking at your journey. What is your path? What are you doing? And I mentioned that being imperfect and striving for the best kind of goes with this too, because I have a feeling that a lot of us worry about others, and we have a tendency to look in other directions and see what everybody's doing and why am I not there? And you need to be worried about what your journey is. The only person you're racing against is yourself. The only person that you're chasing is yourself. The only person that you need to be competing with is yourself. And you will never be at the level that you want to be. And why do I say that? Because let's say you are striving to be the best. Let's say you want to be first place and you get to first place. Now what? Now what? Well, you want to do better. You want to maintain first place. You want to go above. You want another rank. Let's go. And in this industry, let's say I want to be the top of the company, and you get to the top of the company. Now what? Now what? Where do you go? Well, then the company brings out some more ranks so you can chase after. I mean, like, where do you go when you get to the top? Are you feeling me here? Like, there's only so far. Focus on your journey. Focus on how many women you can impact. Focus on what you can do with the tools and resources that you have. Focus on your journey. Drop me a number 6 if you struggle with that. I think everyone struggles with this, so you should all be dropping a 6. We have a tendency to veer away and look at others. So you've got to be focused. Just stay in your lane. Stay in your freaking lane. Focus. Focus. I always say it's like the racehorse, and they have the little things around their eyes. That's what you need to be doing. You can't be looking. You've got to stay focused. Stay focused right ahead of you. And the very last one, and I'll leave you with this, is that you've got to be satisfied with what you have. You've got to be content. It's okay to want more. It's okay to achieve more. It's okay to strive for more. It's okay to look and say, you know what, I would really love to get that outfit, or that ring, or that car, or I'd just like to go out to eat more often. Whatever it is, it's okay to want that. It's okay to strive for that. It is not okay to be so discontent, so unsatisfied that you get into that endless cycle of you want more, want more, want more, want more, because it's the same as what I said. When you get to the top, where do you go from there? If you're never satisfied, if you never stop and are just grateful for where you are and what you have, you're never going to go further. You're never going to be happy with what you have. Be content. And I promise you that a happy heart and a grateful heart is going to be so much nicer, and it'll make your life so much easier than if you are unsatisfied. Stop comparing yourself. Stop it. I want you to do me a favor. Drop me a number 7 if you will take these tips that I've given you and try very hard to catch yourself the next time you compare someone, and take these tips and try to shift your focus back to your own. I would love for you to take what I've said and use it to your benefit, because I think that it should help every single one of you. I myself have been a very, very bad example when it came to comparing, because I did it all the time. But I learned, and I continue to learn, that the more I stop comparing and the more I focus on me, the more I focus on my blessings, the more I focus on my inner circle and what I can do for others, the more blessings I receive. So if this content that I've just put out was beneficial to you, please hit the share button. Please tag your friends, and I will be back soon. I'm not sure how soon, because I'm probably going to head to the hospital in a little bit. But guys, I love you, and sorry I haven't been on in a while, but I will be back soon. Y'all have a great day. Bye.